I am talking to our state senator, Bruce Tarr, as I do every week. Bruce, how are you?
I'm doing well, Heather, and hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and a good Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing well also.
I am. So this week is Safety Net Week on Cape Ann today. And I thought it would be helpful if you could talk to us about programs that you know that could support people going into the next few months.
Absolutely, and I think it's so important, Heather, and it's really great that on 1623 you're talking about these resources because we're so lucky to live on Cape Ann and have so many things available to help us. So I can tell you about a number of different agencies that we work with every day in our office. So for instance, Action Incorporated plays a pivotal role in helping connect people with housing and job training and education, things of that nature. We are so lucky to have the Open Door to be able to help with nutritional programs, and they're doing an incredible job with significantly increased demand right now. We also deal with our Veteran Services Office, very important, Adam Kukuru and Vi Ciparini, doing their work to help our veterans, and that's very important because we have a Cape Ann-wide district to be able to help. One thing that's also very important, and I try to stress to people, is we are now starting to feel some colder temperatures. And we have a home heating assistance program in Massachusetts that's very comprehensive. And folks can apply for that by going through Action, and specifically Action Energy, which is located on Washington Street. And Elliot Jacobson is the head person there. He's got a great staff, and we want to make sure that people apply. And it's particularly important to understand that for this heating season, Heather, the rules have changed. And so some forms of assistance no longer count against your income for eligibility. So even if you've in the past not been eligible, we want to make sure that you apply and check out the options for this year because you just might be. And for our office, I want to encourage folks to call us if they have issues trying to get unemployment insurance or the so-called PUA, which is for unemployed independent contractors and folks that are not traditionally eligible for unemployment insurance. We've got a couple of folks on the staff. I'm sure a lot of your viewers know some of them. Peter Kazenza works very hard in our office on this, and I'm pretty sure that you know Peter, and also Jenny McCullough and Vicki Morey, who are also familiar to a lot of your viewers. They're standing by and available to help. Now, that doesn't mean we want you to call us in the first instance. We want you to go through the usual procedure to apply for unemployment insurance. But a lot of times we've been finding that there are delays that we can help people with, or there are obstacles that we can help overcome for people. So we definitely want to make sure that if you're having problems with unemployment insurance or PUA, we want you to call us. And our number is 617-722-1600. And the email address that you can use is my state email address, which is bruce.tarr@masenate.gov. And along those same lines, we also do spend a lot of time, almost every day, helping people with insurance issues. So we know that there are a lot of people right now who need more than ever insurance coverage that appears to, not appears to, but does deal with what their particular situation is, whether that be Mass Health or whether that be the Health Insurance Connector, which deals with private insurers. We're here to help with those things as well. Again, the state has a well-developed system for addressing these things, but oftentimes we can help expedite, facilitate, clear the path for something that might have been hitting an obstruction.
And Bruce, as I understand it, the unemployment insurance that was made available through the CARES Act is going to expire soon. Is that right?
It is, and we're watching very closely what's happening in our nation's capital. We've had some positive indications that there may be a bipartisan proposal of just short of $1 trillion that may be moving forward, and we're looking at that very carefully. And in fact, Ted Thomas on our staff watches the situation every day in Washington and works with the rest of us to try to figure out what's happening and what its impact might be. So we want to be sure to share that information as soon as we can. And something else, Heather, that folks haven't necessarily been thinking about as much, and that is that unemployment insurance in Massachusetts, like in other states, is funded by a trust fund that is funded by contributions from employers. And because of the experience rating changing, because we've had so many people unemployed, something will have to happen to prevent a dramatic increase in the rate that employers have to pay into that trust fund. So we're working on that right now as well. No news to report, nothing concrete, but it's important for folks with businesses that pay into the unemployment insurance system to know that we're aware of this problem and we're thinking about ways to mitigate what would otherwise be a rate spike that would be very, very significant and very difficult for particularly small businesses to absorb.
That's really important. Well, we thank you for these Safety Net Week tips, and we thank your office for helping out all the constituents, and particularly people who are looking for support with their unemployment insurance.
Well, we're happy to do it, Heather. And again, if anybody is having an issue with just about anything, we encourage them to call us. If we can't answer the question or help directly, again, there's a great network in our region that we work with and we can help refer people to. And we want to make sure that they do that. And also, Heather, we look forward to talking next week because we think we'll have some more information about more assistance that's contained in the state budget. And I'm hoping that by next week, we can talk about a state budget being on the desk of Governor Baker.
That would be really great. So we will see you next week, and I'm writing that down. I'm pinning you down for state budget conversation and more assistance. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Heather.
Take care.
You too.